Okay, so I want to do one of my sessions today. I'm going to pick this card and see which level of belief we're working on today and how we can actually create more happiness, more health, more abundance, more strength, more security in our lives. So the card that I picked today is the solar plexus chakra that we're working with, and this one is about feeling peace in our lives. So what happens that prevents us from feeling peace is anger. And it's interesting because I'm really working with this right now, and if you've been watching my videos, you've seen in real time what's happening. And what's been happening is I'm really facing I'm facing what abuse is. I'm facing people that are abusive. I'm facing my past. And I'm facing the relationships in my life. And the interesting part of this is what we get to learn is how to stand up for ourselves and have those boundaries. And it's interesting because I went through a phase in my life where I would say I was the very abusive person in relationships. I was fucking losing my shit, crashing out all the time. I would punch holes in the walls. I remember kicking holes in walls. Like, I was always having fucking crash outs. And then when I met the person that I actually ended up marrying, for some reason, it all kind of flipped. It all flipped, and I realized that I wanted to have kids. I mean, my lifelong dream was to have 2 kids. That's all I ever cared about, is having 2 beautiful babies. And I probably realized that I needed to shut my mouth and do what this person said in order to get married and have kids. And so for whatever reason, that's what changed, is I went from being the person crashing out to the person pleasing and taking everyone's shit. And I learned this through my lifetime as well. I believe that we learn things as children, and then we choose different sides of the coin. Which side are we going to operate on? Sometimes we're the abusers, and sometimes we're the people that allow ourselves to be abused. So anyway, I started to just take shit from everybody and never speak up for myself, never argue. And I just buried that part of me, that feisty part of me. I buried her so fucking deep. And through me doing this work, I've created my own little system of healing, and I love it. And I've been doing it every single day. And so this is 19 years of work that I've put together. And through doing this, I just keep feeling stronger and stronger and stronger. And I don't want to take people's shit anymore. And I was in this like situationship. I was with someone for a year who always said that they wanted me in their life so badly, and he always fought for me, but he didn't want a relationship. Well, okay, that is so many shades of fucked up. But here's the thing. When you don't know what a healthy relationship looks like because you haven't ever seen it in your life, you don't know. You don't know. If they're a little bit better than your ex-husband was, then they're a god to you. Like, that's literally how I've been living my life. If you're a little bit nicer than my ex-husband was, then you must be a good person. And that's not true. Like, it's so not true. What I realize now that I didn't know before is you're not supposed to be confused all the time. You're not supposed to have these mixed signals. If you're with somebody who wants to hold your hand and cuddle when you watch a movie, but says they don't want a relationship, well, fucking walk the fuck away. Run. If they're always, saying weird shit that is not kind, I don't know, there's just so many red flags. And I'm not here to tell you what a narcissist is and how they operate. There's 1,012 videos that you can watch on that. But what I'm here to say is, when we realize how powerful and strong we are, and how beautiful and incredible we are, then we realize that we deserve to have somebody that appreciates that in us. And I was never in that kind of a relationship with someone who actually appreciated me. And now that's what I really, really want. And I'm at the point where I'm not going to settle for anything less than that. So the interesting thing is when we're looking at people that are abusing us, we get to really, really look closely. I'm not here to tell anybody to leave the relationship or not leave the relationship, but if this person is toxic and they're not showing signs of wanting to heal, it takes a lot of fucking work and courage to heal, let me tell you. And I've done it. I've been doing it through these years. If they're not interested in that, it's probably very healthy to leave. And that's where I am now. It's like, I do not find a problem saying go fuck yourself when somebody's being abusive. And I did that to this person, and I'm really fucking proud that I did that. But here's the other side of this. There are people in our lives that, let's say, are children. We don't want to tell them to go fuck yourself. Like, right? I've actually found with my kids, because I was the mom who used to crash out all the time. I had fucking rage issues. You know, I was screaming all the time. I would consider myself an abusive parent at the time. And I'm not happy about that, but I keep healing, and I'm, healing with my kids, having the conversation so that they know that that was never okay. It's never okay for a parent to be controlling and lose their shit like that. That is abuse. So I've spoken to my kids about it. I speak about it in my books. Like, I do not hide, because me hiding means I'm not helping other people with their issues. But with our kids, it's different, because we don't want to just say, go fuck yourself and walk away. You don't do that with your kids. When it's your children, and maybe like, people in your family, like your parents or whatever it is, some people, what we want to do is lean the fuck in and really be present for that person. So, yesterday I had a situation in my life where someone just fucking crashed out on me. Like, really, it was not fun. This person was just very, very rude to me. And I just sat in the moment, and I'm like, okay, this is not normal behavior for this person. I want to really lean in. And so I, did some extra meditation, really got into my heart. And then when it was time, I talked to this person, and I just said, hey, like, that wasn't really the best way to deal with this situation, was it? And by that time, because I had given this person time to calm down, by that time they're like, yeah, I know. Which is so much more mature than most of the men I fucking dated or married. Like, right? So this is the thing about finding peace that is helping us, when we're building strength and resilience, we are forming a relationship with anger. And the relationship with anger means knowing when to use it and when not, because sometimes it's very healthy to be angry. When you start to face how people have treated you, I was the overforgiver, the overgiver. Like I said, I never stood up for myself for years and years and years. And now I'm realizing that sometimes it's really good and healthy to get angry, but not with everyone. It's like we have to be discerning. And so that's what this card is telling us, is to balance listening and speaking out, and forgiveness and accountability, and to be able to really learn how to express yourself. Because what's happening underneath is that we're feeling weak and pitiful. That's what we learned growing up. Somewhere inside of us is this belief system that I'm weak and pitiful. So when somebody's mean to us, or around us, we either lose our shit or we suppress. And so this is what I'm here to talk about today, is to spend time holding your heart, feeling those emotions, noticing your thoughts, and really getting to the root of why it is you're speaking the way you are, or